So I hear some of you AEW fans are going at Shotzi Blackheart for making a joke about the wonky finish from AEW last night. So Shotzi posted a tweet last night. It was a simple tweet. It wasn't really much to the tweet. I didn't right off understand why people are in their feeling so much about it. But anywhoosies, the tweet was simply Bill Gilberg just with the sparklers around him. That was the tweet. And apparently a lot of people were not happy about that. So someone tweeted out to her in response was like, remember that time you had one match without any botches? Oh, wait, never mind. My bad, Miss Botchy Blackheart. So this onslaught of shit has been coming at her for a while. And some of these fans are getting they shit thrown right back at them. One Twitter user says, still better than anything WWE has put on for years. I wouldn't say that that's necessarily true. And a response to it was from an AEW WWE fan and was like, keep doing mental gymnastics, dude. Tony Khan isn't going to write you a check. The show was fucking atrocious and TNA level bad. This continues to go on, and people are going at each other's necks, all because of this wonky deathmatch finish to Kenny Omega and Mr. Jon Moxley's match. Now, if you haven't seen it, I hear that AEW is copyright striking a lot of people for this particular video circulating around Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, wherever. I'm not sure how much of that is true, but I do have a picture of what it was supposed to look like. I have a video, some clips of what it was supposed to look like. I will play some of those clips. These are from some Japanese matches and from some CZW matches. And this is what it looked like. And then I'll show you a picture of the actual finish of the match. Now, what really was disheartening about this particular match was the fact that Eddie Kingston sold this match, this finish, for Moxley and Kenny Omega, despite its wonky nature. No one came out there to help Moxley get out of that ring. He was handcuffed behind his back. He was delirious from all the blood loss and all the fighting he had just did. And not to mention, of course, the ring was about to explode, and he had been getting hit with, false explosives for the last 30 minutes. So it was a lot going on. Now, Eddie Kingston came out there to help him get out, but when he realized he couldn't help him get out, he laid on him to protect him, which is something that happens in death matches from my understanding. And of course, it goes and does this little finisher, and the sparklers go off, and then there's a big puff cloud of smoke, and nothing happens. So everybody in the arena, of course, is like, what the fuck was that? And we're all sitting here watching it at home like, are you kidding me? I have my reaction up on my page right now. You can definitely go and see it for yourself. But it was not something that you could just be like, ooh, this was great. Like, no, it wasn't great. It wasn't the greatest pay-per-view either. There were some issues to me with the pay-per-view. Some of the matches weren't great, like Miro's match with Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy. They weren't good. They were not good. It wasn't a good match. For the most part, it was a solid pay-per-view, but there were some wonky pieces to this pay-per-view, and you have to call a spade a spade. It wasn't some top-tier level amazing shit. It was a decent pay-per-view, but it had some pieces in there that didn't necessarily work. Back to Moxley and Kenny Omega. After the match was over, Moxley himself even got up off the mat after everything was done and basically said, well, despite the fact that Kenny Omega's a tough son of a bitch, he don't know how to put together a death match for shit. Which leads me to believe that everything was left up to Kenny Omega and whoever was setting up this match, and nobody else was a part of the building of this match, which makes me go, I don't understand why Moxley didn't make sure he had a hand in this, especially since this is his niche, this is where he resides, this is his brainchild, this is his second baby, you know, this is something that he lives for, he thrives for, he eats, sleeps, and drinks this shit. So in my mind, it would tell me that you were not doing your due diligence to make sure this shit went off right, that the AEW staff and the people who were handling the pyrotechnics and the explosives, the stuntmen who were handling that shit, either were not up to par to make sure the job went off without a hitch, or they did not make sure that this shit would work. Y'all could have did something simple. If something was wrong with everything that was going on with the explosion, or you didn't want it to be a massive explosion, y'all could have just made the ring implode, which would have just allowed it to collapse. The rupture of the big boom, y'all could have made it sound like a massive boom, gave it the ambiance of one, and just killed the ring, and all you saw was the ring collapse and Eddie Kingston covering up Jon Moxley, which would have worked. It would have worked for selling his selling point. Y'all know that none of that shit was worthy of being on television. It wasn't cute. It wasn't funny. It was stupid. Actually, it was funny. I will take that back. It was funny. But it was an idiotic finish. Clearly, it was fucked up. And y'all can protect and save y'all savior Tony Khan all you want, but if the tables was turned and it was WWE, y'all be going at they necks, calling them everything y'all could think of. So they deserve the smoke they getting. Next time you do better and you know better. Y'all got all these fucking people who used to work in all these other companies, and I don't understand how this match could not go off like it should have. But y'all sound off in the comment section below, because motherfuckers got me bent. Y'all got me tight, because it's really messed up how people are going at Shotzi Blackheart about this in her comment section. But what I will say is that it's AEW fans and WWE fans alike who are going to bat for her, because it is a joke. At the end of the day, it's funny. Y'all didn't have no problem shitting on WWE when it came to that Extreme Rules match last year with Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio, with Rey Mysterio's eye coming out. Y'all shit all over that fucking match. Ran WWE through the mud about prosthetics, how it wasn't realistic. Nobody believed that shit. Y'all did everything y'all could to drag WWE, but you talking to Shotzi Blackheart about being professional? Get the fuck out of here. Save your bias for somebody else who believes it, because I ain't buying. Y'all motherfuckers gotta stop acting like it's the end of the damn world because people are having an opinion about wrestling. At the end of the day, most of the time you a fan before you a professional. So let's just keep it real. Your ass was sitting there laughing at the finish just like Shotzi Blackheart was. So if you're mad, scratch your ass and get glad. And on that note, rate, comment, and subscribe, and give me your opinion in the comment section below. But make sure if you don't come at me strong, because watch your mouth, keep your teeth. And I'll see you guys in my next live, which will be tonight.